6 o'clock. Roll call. Judy McGee. Here. Judy Roach. Here. Linda Jones.
Here.
Rita Richards.
Here.
Okay. Rick is absent. So, what? We got Rick. So, the school board minutes, last month's meeting.
I just take a minute.
Yeah, we'll take a minute, we'll take those minutes. And I'll take a motion to accept the minutes.
Motion is to accept the minutes of last month's meeting. I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. Was that a motion to
I
accept?
said I make a motion
Yeah, I'm
to
just-
accept the minutes.
I'm
of
just
last
waiting.
month's.
No, it's okay, but we have to be able to hear.
I'll second the motion.
The motion has been made and seconded that we accept the minutes of January 13th, 2016. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passed. Thank you. Accounts payable. You want to look at accounts payable, please?
Signed off on those. And one, which has up been certified, it's not cheap, is it?
No. Well. They have good water.
When?
I move that we accept the checks on these.
Okay. Second motion, that we accept accounts payable, please.
I'll second.
Okay, the motion has been made and seconded that we accept accounts payable. All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion passed. Thank you. All right. Vacancies?
Just two.
Two vacancies?
So the one is one that indeed will be one is abandoned.
Oh, so we still have that one that's been abandoned.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're working on that one. And the toilet, oh, that sounds familiar.
Total what, I know,
Yeah.
I spoke to Lisa earlier today, and I'm waiting to hear from Dean Harris.
Oh.
That is in Boston, he's putting together the whole big package, and then, once we receive that, then we'll go to
So we have to go out to bid.
We'll bid on it.
Yeah,
But we do not have to contact Diploma, like I had mentioned to her, to see the pricing and all that stuff there. She said that's all included in the package. So that'll be a good thing. So we don't leave an apartment vacant, just store the toilets. She's thinking that once the project does get started, it should go pretty smoothly and they'll be.
oh,
being
good,
at the same time.
good, yeah. That's great. So we don't know exactly when we're gonna get them.
Not yet.
So Boston does the package and then it goes out to bid and then it will come back to us.
Right,
And then they'll tell us when we're gonna get them.
right.
Yeah.
Wait to hear everything on them on it.
Oh, okay, well, that sounds like a good plan.
Same thing with the community room, the ADA improvements.
Yeah.
That's just in the beginning stages.
Okay.
They're going to make the two bathrooms into one, widen the doorway into the pantry, cabinets,
Oh, good,
everything in there.
yeah. That sounds
Hopefully the ramp, but that's a different project, so we've got to wait and see first if that's something that can be done. Yeah.
A lot of good it's gonna do
Right.
to change everything inside if you can't
Can't
get
change it
inside.
outside.
Right, so we're gonna wait, we're waiting to see, waiting to hear, see what can be approved. and-
Yeah. That's not gonna, they should do everything at once if you're gonna, you know,
Mhm.
get everything done, it might as well be done at once and not.
It'll take a while for
Yeah.
that anyway.
Oh, well,
Yeah. Many
that's
weeks.
good, that's a good thing. Yeah.
direction.
Yes, yeah. Okay, then you have, I just wanted to come up with it. Okay, now, we have the, Coach Road apartment. Dawn.
John is right here.
Oh,
John's
oh,
right here.
The quiet one.
yes. Okay.
Can I say something?
Yeah, sure.
And what Betty was just talking about with the modifications for this one here.
Yes,
Just to let you people know, we have been in contact with Mark Fitzgerald, I'm not sure of his last name, from the technical high school. And he came down and did measure it. He just has been so busy that he hasn't been able
Yeah.
to meet with the building inspector as far as that goes. And they will do the ramp for the cost of materials only. Just to let you know, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know what Betty might be planning
Yeah,
or
that'd
anything
be
on
good.
that. But we did speak with him and he did come out and he did measure it. And he said it was doable, but that he was gonna have to talk with the building inspector
yeah,
and show the plans, you know, whatever it is that they have to do.
yeah,
So I just wanted to let you guys know that we did
Okay.
speak to him,
yeah, thank you,
okay?
yeah. All right.
Do we have to get state approval to do that?
This is all something that they, that they'll be doing in Boston for us.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, but now, wait a minute. If they're dealing with Blackstone Valley, we're dealing with the
With Boston.
state.
That's
I mean-
It's supposed to be on Highland.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yes.
I just
Yes,
want to
yeah,
say,
yes.
I don't think it's a real problem, because the email that came to me late last night went to Ms. Roach, I think, last week. And, so Lisa, it came from Lisa Taylor, and so Lisa Taylor has already talked about the ADA modifications and the low-flow toilets. And, she's got a number of other issues that she has addressed directly to Ms. Roach. And it went to John Squidrilli as president of the association. And it
I didn't
came
get one.
from,
I didn't get
you
one.
can ask her what she did with it. It went to the housing authority. It went to Betty.
Are you talking about this one from Lisa Taylor?
Mhm.
You wanna see it now?
Yes,
Just
please,
a
because I haven't got anything.
Well, she didn't send it to the commissioners, it's up to Betty Roach to let you guys know about it. In my, that's my
This is
opinion.
what she sent to us.
Yeah,
It's just
well,
what we
you
just talked
probably
about.
get it before we get it. Because I talked to Lisa, and she said absolutely nothing about it to me. And I talked to Chris DeVoe, and she said nothing.
Chris is copied in on the email, and Sarah Glassman. I got it at midnight last night, but it's my understanding that it came to the officers
Did you?
earlier and it went to
Copy
Betty.
that I got is the same.
Two days ago.
Yeah.
2 days ago.
2 days ago.
Yeah, because I talked to,
Yeah, this just talks about the
Chris
fact that
DeVoe.
they're going to do the ADA modification.
Yeah.
That's all it talks about. It doesn't say when,
when or
who's
anything.
doing it or anything
No,
like
but
that.
My
I
point
spoke
is
with
that
Lisa
Jack
Taylor.
Cooper is on here, so is Sarah Glassman. Both those individuals walked these premises.
Did
in
you talk to
October.
Jack Cooper?
I've talked to him a number of times, but it came to me last night. They just said 2 days ago it went to Betty.
Yeah,
That's not-
because
Well, I know what
I also have an extra copy if one of the commissioners wants one.
Wait, I'm just trying to sort out here. Who
Yeah.
is
Boston came
Thank
out.
you.
Boston is responsible
Yes.
for
Yes.
this, or?
Yes, we're going to receive money from Boston to do the community room. Right now, it's just in the very beginning
Okay,
stage.
Right.
that I understand. Now we're talking about something completely different, we're talking about the ramp, okay?
right,
That's a separate project
That's a
that I
separate
have not
project.
See, I
received
didn't
more
know if
on.
that was all inclusive
Yeah.
with the modifications that Betty was saying, because it's like you
Yes.
said, it doesn't make sense to modify the building if you
Exactly.
can't do the
Well,
ramp
I
at the
agree
same
with
time.
you
Right.
on that.
yeah.
So that's a total, that's a separate thing. We
But she
haven't
said
heard
it's,
any more
you
on
said
it.
it's
Yeah.
a separate project? This
Yes,
ramp is
even
a separate
states it
project?
in there. Well, it's gonna be
I gave it back to
two separate things. I
Yeah.
can go and get my email for you, but it talks about how they're working on this right now first.
Okay,
They came out trying to figure out what actually has to be done in here to make it
that I
accessible.
understand.
Yeah.
And the next step would be doing the ramp.
Yeah,
figuring out
so it
the
should be done.
dimensions, if it actually can be done.
Yeah, but
So
it
it's
should be
not up
done.
for somebody else to say that they can do it. It's like you said, the building inspector, the state has to come out and do, their architect comes out and does the design and stuff, and then brings it to the building inspector, and then he will actually come out, check it, and see if it's something that can be done before we can actually start funding the project and going forward with it.
But it should be done all together. So when they start this, it
Mhm.
should be done all together, including the ramp and the whole thing done as, it's probably gonna be two
One project.
projects, but it should be done
Done
all
around the
together.
same time.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, that's sensible. Yeah, okay. And John, did you have anything that you wanted to discuss?
Yeah, first of all, I want to thank you for the funding. We deposit the money across the street.
You got it, huh?
Yeah, we got it, so that's good. We pretty much said with the grievance, we've got some candidate,
Oh, good.
we do need to have Betty, Betty, that's me, because of Betty the information, and you are the chairperson. Kind of give you step by step how it's supposed to be done. The only thing we probably have to do is maybe meet you and Betty and a couple of our candidates,
Yeah,
see if you approve of them, and then kind of go for it, you know.
Explain
so
it,
it's-
John. Explain that we have,
But go ahead, you
we
can.
have, Bill McHenry, who has agreed to be the one that we pick.
okay.
We also have one of the men from the men's club that is willing to be the one that we can agree on. And then we have Bob Barry as
Other letter.
Father Larry, I'm sorry, as a alternate, but he can only meet if it was in the afternoon, so we're still trying to work on another one.
Oh,
But if
good.
you people agree with Steve, who has sent us the email that he's willing to do it,
Yeah.
then basically the panel is set up, it's just a question of us getting the alternates together.
Oh, sounds great, yeah.
Okay, so if that's something
You want to give
people-
us a little background?
Yeah, Steve, Denise has the email from him saying that he's willing to do it. We gave Betty the one from Bill McHenry, and we have one from Bob Larry as well.
Okay.
Yes, this is the email that we received from Steve saying that he,
I'm not gonna be able to come another time, so.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Do you know the name of the man from the men's club?
Oh,
Yeah,
I know
they have
Steve
it right
Rick
there.
Gallo.
Yeah.
Oh, I
I
know
can't
Steve.
remember his
Okay,
last name,
yeah,
it's long.
it is good guy.
Oh, so it's not, so you still have Frank, am I right? You
Yes.
still
As far
have
as I
Frank?
know, yes.
Okay,
Steve Minicello is their person.
no, Bill McHenry
Oh,
is
Bill
our
McHenry.
person, and we wanted to
Steve
see
is
if
what?
you would be the one that we both agree on.
I have no
Is
problems
both
with
committees
Steve. I
agreeing
know.
on him being
Yeah.
the,
With Steve?
know?
yes.
Oh, no, I have no problems.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
We
you,
just
I'm
thought that
sorry.
would make things easier, because we
Yeah,
got them all at the
I-
same, they
I-
all came in
I-
at the same
Steve's-
time, and it was
Steve's
like
a good
awesome.
guy. Yeah.
You would still need an alternate in case Frank is sick or is out of town and there happens to be.
Okay,
agreement.
well, that's
So
something we can work on, certainly.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, we had
But at least
Joe.
we got the basic panel set up.
We need the three to get started and we have that.
I have,
With Frank.
I have a question about that. So if we have Bill McHenry, and then Steve is the man from the men's club, and you have Father
Larry.
Larry, I'm counting, that's already 5 people right there.
No. That's
Bill?
Frank, Bill, Steve, and Father Larry is 4.
1, 2. So I guess my question is, you guys have had Frank since November, or whatever. You've known, you selected him a long time ago, and if you're going to think about the 5th person, then we're now, any way you look at it, we're into March. March is a rent redetermination for everybody in this complex. Annual rent needs to be figured in March unless Betty, she has several she's done already. So it's taken 7 months at least, because this paperwork was filed in August for me. So when do people think the 5th person is selected so that we can actually get in front of this panel? Because now you're talking April, May, apparently.
We have to take part of the responsibility on that, because we had been informed excuse me, that when Pamela had set up her grievance before we were recognized, that she could go before the one panel member. And then it wasn't until almost 6 or 8 weeks later that Betty said, gee, I just talked to Lisa Taylor, and Lisa Taylor said, no, we gotta have the panel formed. So there was that lull where we thought we were set and we weren't.
Okay.
So, I mean,
Well, I
that was
think
6
we've made a
weeks
lot of
later.
progress since last month,
Yes.
certainly,
Yes.
because last month we didn't have
Right.
anybody.
Right.
But Lisa Taylor told me in August that I had a valid grievance. That's all I'm saying. This is taking
Well,
months
yeah, I
on end.
understand that, but the fact is, we're trying to move forward, we're not,
Yeah,
and I guess what I'm trying to do is get
exactly.
this thing
Okay.
Great.
going, okay?
That's
So
all we
we'll-
wanted
So
to
does
do.
that
only-
mean that the next meeting, you guys would have the 5th name and we could actually start
Hopefully,
setting
yes,
dates?
yes,
Thank you.
okay?
We have 5 names?
No, we have 4.
We have 4.
Yeah.
You don't need the 5th to start it, I mean, the
No.
Yeah,
5th is
but-
just an alternative.
It's
you know.
it's an alternate,
Yeah, you
right?
don't
Yeah,
need
it's
to
So-
wait.
If you've got your person, and we have a person on whom we agree,
Right.
and we have our person, then that's a 3-pen. The other ones are really there to, just in
Just in
case
case.
the others are not available.
Correct.
Is that correct?
The
Okay,
alternates
so
have to
then-
be at the meeting when they pick a presiding officer. The grievance panel itself has to pick a presiding officer
Fine,
and get all of the details of what it is that's encompassed.
okay,
So they should have the alternates at the same time.
okay, fine. Well, we'll try and do something with that this month, oh, yes, no?
Whenever, yeah, we're
Yeah.
fine.
All right,
That's it. Okay.
and this would be our alternate, is
Yes,
that correct?
yes.
Okay, fine, thank you.
So,
Millie, I have another question if I can.
yeah.
I just need a clarification of work orders. I put in a work order and I feel that it's a sanitary code violation. It's not happening and I need to find out where that's at. Another person here has an open work order, I'm told, like just schedule it. I thought Maggie was gonna work on that for that person to get knobs on the kitchen, on all the kitchen cabinets.
No, I was more concerned with her getting the drip pins in the drip pans in the, she's having a problem in the bathroom with the faucet, it's starting to corrode underneath. And those were more major concerns. I mean, she's been waiting for the drip pans for about 2.5 weeks. I gave you a work order, didn't I give you a request for a work order
I
last
came
week?
in one day and some grip pants were hanging on my doorknob.
Oh,
Oh, see, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
Oh.
they were just hanging
For a
in the bag
faucet?
on my doorknob.
what are they for?
For a stove, drip pans.
They get to get replaced. There's a number of things that get replaced.
So if,
Wait a minute, hang on.
yeah, so I mean, myself, I thought if somebody, burnt their drip pans or something, that they themselves would replace them.
No.
Um,
No.
Dean has tried a couple of times to go up to this person's apartment, and either they weren't home or they weren't allowed in, so he's, trying to do the best that he can. I mean, sometimes there are work orders and he'll schedule an appointment, and if somebody's not there when he shows up to do it,
Yeah.
Well,
and
you
he
move
doesn't have
on.
permission, he
Yeah.
can't get into it, and
Yeah.
has to move on.
Yeah.
So that's where
But
we
it is
are with
written
that
in
one,
the-
but some of the, things that are being addressed as far as work orders, it's just because somebody asks for it, doesn't mean that
It's gonna be
something
done
that
right
we
away.
have to do.
Okay.
And it's also written in the lease that they're supposed to give 24 hours notice to the person that when they're going to be coming in to do the work order, so that they can say, oh gosh, don't bother, I have a doctor's appointment that day, or oh, that's great, I'll change my plans and I can be home.
Yeah, unless it's an emergency.
Yeah, and so I mean, it's just goes without saying that they should be receiving a 24-hour notice the way it's written in the lease.
I just read it was a 48 hour.
Well, maybe it's 48
I think
hours, that
it's
would be
40 I think
nice to
it's
say
48.
24.
And I didn't know if it was 48 for Dean or 48 for the resident. I was
No, I
like,
think it's
It's
a
the
mutual.
resident.
It's a
You're
mutual.
entitled to know
Mhm.
and set it up.
it's an awful big stand, so good.
Yeah, well.
Well, I think the reason
If
you
it
guys
was an
might have written it
emergency.
up as 48 is because Betty's only here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so if they make the request on Monday, then it's gonna be 2 days before Betty's in again to do the work order or whatever. I mean, you've got to give Betty time to get the work order done, she's got other work in there she's doing.
Yeah,
So that would be legitimately 48 hours notice.
that would,
I mean, that's the way I'm thinking it.
Okay.
that's correct.
I think there's priorities on
If
it,
it's an emergency,
Yeah.
that's
That's
entirely different.
Yes.
Priorities.
Depends on what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depends on if somebody wants something done, and it depends
Yeah,
on
and,
whether they
and,
want to.
and then you
limit it
need to do
complete
your
it at
part
the
too,
time.
you know, to be there.
If they've made an appointment and then Dean goes there and they're not there,
That's their responsibility.
and then
Yeah.
if, and then they won't give him permission to access the apartment.
Well, yeah, then you're gonna have a problem.
What's the issue with not accessing the apartment?
Well, if they're not there, certainly you can't go there.
Sometimes people will make an appointment and not be there,
Yeah.
so he can't get in.
I'd like to clarify a few things
Yes,
on the
Pamela.
work order issue if I can. I believe that I was told, if you move in and there's things there, you don't need to go and buy something, that certain things can be replaced. The reason drip pans in the stove get replaced is it's a fire hazard. I went out and bought a shade, it didn't work, it broke. I think there's shades that can be replaced. I know that light bulbs can be replaced out of the budget here. Okay, so there are things that can be replaced that we don't have to personally turn around and go buy. I know that for a fact. And Dean has my cell phone number. He knows to call me and see what my schedule is. And the 48-hour notice is important. Like Maggie said, doctor's appointments, grocery shopping, whatever it is. And I asked him, do you have somebody's phone number? He's like, get in front of Betty and set up the appointment. That's not gonna happen for this particular person, and I'm not gonna get in front and book an appointment. My appointment is because I almost chopped my finger off in the vent above my stove. It's got no screen in there, and when people were in there and I'm saying, does this work, does this not work, my fingernail hit a fan instead of having to call the EMTs while the chief was there, fire chief. So yes, I have said I'd like a brand new stove hood because I don't want the issue that's going on in my house. And it's
Oh, because you have to change the, screen, is that what it is?
yeah, the screen cannot be found. It's a very, very old thing. It's all greased up. Dean took it out. And I just want something that matches the stove, the refrigerator. I have no idea how long that old brown greasy thing has been in that unit.
Yeah, because you have to have that cleaned.
You can't do it, like, I couldn't get it out, honest to God, I tried and tried, it was all greased up so bad. And then Dean removed it, he was trying to find it, you can't find those ancient things.
Yeah, yeah.
So mine was a sanitary code violation, and I'm still sitting here without a work order.
Well, you need to,
He's in the process of getting it cleaned up.
oh,
He's in
all
the
right.
process of cleaning it.
Well, if you don't notify Betty that there's a problem, either by phone or a note, then she's not gonna know to give Dean a work order. So I guess you need to do that.
I can slide things under the door till the cows come home, I'll do it. I don't want something replaced that doesn't work really well. Everybody else has a white Braun, B-R-A-U-N unit. Why do I have some ancient thing that
Why
says
is that?
Air King?
I
And
don't
it
know.
doesn't really,
Maybe
It
yours
doesn't work.
is newer, and sometimes the new doesn't work well.
he told me to come in all different sizes and shapes, and he hasn't found one that matches that thing. I am talking months ago.
Really? Okay, well, we'll try and look into that for you. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. The next,
And I just
Is there
like to
anything
say
else?
too, if I may, that as far as changing light bulbs go, Betty and Dean, when they walked through with me into the apartment when I first moved in here, Betty said it was my responsibility for any of the lights, that it wasn't their responsibility to
No, we
change the lights.
replaced the one in the bathroom that has
But the
two
ones
prongs.
above the
Yes,
hood.
that's for the rest
Right.
is right.
You
Yeah.
can't put a regular light bulb in a hood in a thing.
No,
You
and
cannot,
also the
it's dangerous.
refrigerator.
It is
The
dangerous.
refrigerator
It
light
doesn't
bulb.
take
But,
light.
yeah,
And all it is a lower
Yeah.
wattage light
yeah,
bulb.
that's what I put in mine. I just said it.
Comment on the light bulb?
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna speak up, because last time I didn't get noticed. Anyway, I had called about my light bulb in the hood, and Betty said, that's up to you. Go buy a light bulb, put it in. I had a hard time getting it out and putting it in, because the
I
socket.
know what it is.
So,
Yeah, I did one
when,
like that.
when I finally did get it in, and it blew again. So Dean happened to be in the area and, well, in my unit. And I said to him, I said, Dean, I can't get this light bulb out, put the new
Yeah.
one in. And he said, you're not supposed to be touching that. And I'm like, what? He said, if that bulb was here when you moved in, then it's up to the responsibility of the Coach Road Apartments to replace that. And I said, oh, I thought it was just the two pigtail ones in the
Yeah.
bathroom. He said, no. If there's something in this unit that was there when you moved in and something happened to it, then it's gonna be replaced by the Upton Housing Authority. I said, okay, fine.
Okay.
But it was just, a bulb,
Dean
but,
did get your
and
stuff.
he said to me, I know I didn't place this, put this in, because I always put clear bulbs, I don't put the white,
I don't,
I put the white, because that's what I bought.
yeah.
And he came from wherever and got a clear one and put a clear one in.
Yeah.
And he had a hard time putting it into the
I know
socket.
what you mean.
It was like wiggly or,
Yeah,
almost like it was kept cross-threaded.
yeah.
But he told me, don't put them in, I'm putting them in.
So,
And another thing,
are you
on,
trying to say like any light bulb in your apartment?
No, no.
not any, not my own lamps, my own personal, whatever was in the unit when I moved in,
Okay.
which would be,
I'm surprised you said that.
and you had just told me like a month before, because that's when I put it in and it blew
I'll
again.
have to talk
And
about
then
that one.
he said, no, don't, if
Yeah.
it's here when you move in,
Yeah, you've got
and if something happens, then it's gonna.
And the same for shades, window
And another
shades.
thing
I was told that
about
they're
work
provided.
orders, I put a work order in over a year ago, and it was never addressed. It was, I actually handed it to her, and it was, when Linda Jones was sitting here, and it was just thrown to the other side, and it was
What was it?
typed, and it was letter type. I put it in my computer, printed out, and I showed him it the other day, and he said, I'm still, gonna get that. I mean, it's been over a year, he didn't even know about it. But I showed him, he said, I'll get it, he said, but I gotta get over there to get, the timers on that building, C, I guess are screwy, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't.
The
He
time-
says, I gotta get a new timer, and at the same time, I'll take care of your issue okay, fine.
You're gonna get a
The
new one.
timers on the buildings are controlled, the lights are controlled by that box right by the door.
Did the
Yeah,
power go
They're so old that one little jog
Glitch.
that's worn,
Yeah.
one little top, gear that's worn,
Yeah,
can mean a half hour, it could mean an hour, and if it's completely gone, it could mean 2 hours.
Of what? What hours?
Hours that it's out, because I came home one night and
Are you
I
talking
made
about
a
the lights
comment,
out? The
because
lights-
down at Emily's, the lights were out.
Yep.
The next
They've
night,
been black
they
out
were,
there.
the next night they were on.
And the next night, they were off.
Right,
I
and
noticed
it's
it.
all due to that
And-
thing, and it may cycle and be fine. And then it may cycle again and not be fine. And Dean has ordered the part for that.
Oh, he told me he had to go over to Coopman's and get it.
He had to order a part.
Maybe he ordered it through Coopman's.
It's pitch
I don't know.
black on the
But
back
I said
sidewalk
to
when
him-
those 3 or 2 lights are out. Pitch black back there.
Well, the three spotlight, they're like spotlights, they were on, but the lights that are over the door, right at the doors,
yeah.
they weren't
That-
on.
That's,
But he said he had to order a timer, maybe he ordered
they're on
it
2
through,
separate times.
maybe he ordered it through Coopman's, I don't know, but he said, I'll deal with your issue same time I go to Coopman's.
This
I'm
is,
like,
this is a
okay,
Dean
fine.
issue.
Yeah,
I'll talk
yeah.
with Dean.
Okay, so that's a Dean issue, so Betty should talk to Dean about,
Mhm.
doing, doing the maintenance and getting to it. So, Betty, you'll have to talk to Dean about that then.
I hope that he's not getting in trouble. I mean,
Well, he needs to do his job, and if that's his job, it needs to
But
be
everybody
done.
needs to be on the same page, so.
yeah,
that
exactly.
everyone keeps coming up
I'm
and
being
coming
told
up
by
and
him
coming
the
up.
shades are provided, the certain light bulbs are provided, and the man's been working as a maintenance man for quite a few years.
The
has he
shades
not?
are provided. The only thing is if you change to the blinds, you were to hold on to your shades. Give them back to him, because when you leave the apartment, those blinds are coming down and shades are going back up.
Is there any way to get a list so you know in advance, keep your shades, you don't have to run out. I bought an inexpensive shade and it broke, and then he's like, well, I'll just get you a shade. Like, we don't have a list of what can be replaced and what we need to hold on to. I mean, if I were to chuck shades and buy Venetian blinds, I'm gonna be responsible when I move to go buy shades that you people are
Right.
responsible. I'm gonna be getting a bill
Either
for
that
that.
or you give them back to Dean and he puts them in the
But
storage
my
room.
point is, we don't know this stuff. We're hearing about it now. I've been here 3 years.
Well, why would you throw out shades that were perfectly good, but it was just that you preferred blinds? You have closet space? Or you
I
could
don't have
ask
space
Dean.
for anything.
You
We
live
live
in
in
I
a
would give it to
place.
Dean. Tell
I
him
would
to
ask
store it for you.
Dean.
Where would he store them?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
just
guess,
get
I don't
storage.
know, let's give it to him.
He has a storage room.
I'm just saying, this would be nice to have a written list, so that people
But it-
aren't,
Yeah, I think
like,
it-
only
it-
us know this. So how are the other units gonna know any of this?
Is it on your lease? Did you read your lease and see
It
what you?
doesn't talk about shades that can be, done or not done, or light bulbs that are provided or not provided. I do not believe the specific
The work
information is
already,
in
let
there.
Betty get back to you and let you know if it's
Yeah.
not possible.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense to make a whole list up.
I changed too many blinds, I just put my shades in the closet.
Yeah.
Well,
With the
Betty
fixtures and
will
everything.
speak to Dean.
It was,
Yeah,
because
we need
it
to get
was
this straightened out. So Betty will speak to
one
Dean
person.
about that. That is on the to-do list.
If we move on to just
Okay.
one more issue.
Absolutely.
We've had a couple of people say that they're having a hard time getting up and down the hill with the snow, and then it rains, and then it freezes, and then it ices a little bit. Is there any way that through the town that we could get a big bucket, you know how they have the buckets with the sand in it, so that if you do get
Barrel
stuck
with
with the
sand?
barrels, then you can just
Uh,
sprinkle the
Why don't you
sand
talk
on
to
there?
DPW director? Talk to Benny Roy.
I mean, I just didn't know if that was something.
I don't know.
I don't
You'll
know.
ask.
And the sidewalks out here aren't very good.
You should see my knee.
It's
Coming
dangerous
down,
outside.
Black
It's very
ice.
dangerous.
So it's no
The
sand.
town is,
Behind my car.
the town's
Black ice.
supposed to do the sidewalk.
You know,
I mean, I
probably
just
put them on
crossed
the
Oh,
side.
yes,
It
yeah.
was for some-
And it's,
Our
it should be a little.
Our sidewalks are
Our
great.
sidewalks are great,
Our sidewalks
Yeah.
are great.
are phenomenal.
In the
No, they're
house,
not. What?
in the
I
house,
swear.
When
In
we're
our
in the
building.
snow blower they are, but I mean,
Excuse me.
I
the
think,
stairs are not.
excuse me, I think Leo's doing a very good job.
Yes.
We haven't had so
Yes.
much accumulation. Yesterday, the truck was over there plowing and he threw sand on the hill. I
Yeah,
saw it
it
with
looks
my own
great.
eyes.
Yeah.
But having maybe an extra, big barrel just in case, because some people get stuck.
Yeah.
Just to have there by Emily's, around that
Oh,
corner
yeah.
where the hill is, that's all. But
Yeah.
I think Leo's done a great job.
oh, no.
But I can't expect him to be here at 10:30 at night after it's snowing, because we know we're supposed to go out.
No, I
Really.
know.
And then he was there first thing yesterday morning. So, I mean, I think the sand would be a good idea.
Yes, I agree.
But I saw him throwing sand yesterday, so I know that the
No,
plow.
I meant out on the sidewalk.
Oh, the main
With the
sidewalk.
town,
That's
Yeah.
good, that's fine.
I know it's not either.
It's just like that, you know, it shows.
Just one other thing.
Sidewalks in here are wonderful.
Is
There are
with
too many
Leo,
conversations going on here.
is when Leo is here trying to do his job, he's being followed around by some of the tenants who are making special requests. And the requests are a little bit off the wall. And he can't get his work done in a timely manner. And then they complain because he's not doing it quick enough. And,
Geez, I thought he did an awesome
and,
job.
but the
I really did.
But the requests are being, and they're coming after him with stuff that doesn't even pertain to snow clearing or throwing ice melt down or whatever.
Then you should just say, hey, that.
He
you
does,
gotta-
but he
You gotta
does.
wait.
He does, but this one particular person does nothing but follow him around. And he can't get his work done. That's the,
Then
that's
he
the,
should say something to whoever.
he does, but that's what I'm
And they
saying.
still follow him?
Yes, this person is relentless.
Millie,
Then
Yes,
somebody
I'd like
else
to
needs to
comment.
talk to this person.
I'd like to comment about the stairs, okay? I know for a fact that Debbie Hutchinson, who's on the corner, her family came over and dealt with those stairs. The double stairs, I don't know who clears them or doesn't do them. I don't know who does Emily's stairs. And I can't sit home and wait until somebody decides to come and shovel. So I either shovel or I get out my boots and I take my chances. But my understanding is Leo's supposed to have some help on the stairs. That's what I was told a while ago. If he's got help, I haven't seen anybody helping him. He has the snow blower, and then he might leave and come back, and then he'll try to do the stairs. I don't know Leo's hours. All I know is the branches are falling on us back on the sidewalk. A branch nearly got my eye coming down over here by Debbie Hutchinson. Branches are falling on the trees.
Well,
We
if
have
Debbie's
dead
got all
trees.
that stuff hanging on the branches, no wonder they come down, and then you put the heavy snow on it too. She's got all that
Everybody
crap.
had,
All I'm saying is
Take it away
heavy
from the
snow knocks
stairs, put it
down.
back.
Take a look at the branch that fell out here in the front.
How
And
about the one up there?
A
I
branch
saw
nearly
that
went through Luella's
that's Mother
thing.
Nature. That's Mother
Well,
Nature.
I called the tree warden because I think they ought to come and look at the dead trees that are dangerous.
That is Mother Nature, and we're not,
Yeah,
there's
you
nothing,
can't do
you
anything
can't do
about
anything
that.
about heavy, wet snow that's accumulating on trees, knocking power out. So next you're gonna be at the power company with a sign saying, you have to do something
Linda,
about
these
the
are
power.
dead trees that should be tended to. Dead trees, all right? Not live trees that are plucked out. These are dead trees, and they're never gonna get dealt with. So I'm gonna see what a tree warden says. They belong in this town, they're responsible.
How much extra weight is she hanging on these branches?
It's
They're
not
never
that,
down.
it's heavy snow.
Yeah,
Wow,
And if,
with the extra weight. You know in the winter it's gonna snow,
Well, the thing is,
whether
unless
it's light or
town
heavy,
tree,
it's gonna snow.
It's
Take the
been up
junk
the
off
town
the
warden's
trees
not
and
gonna
branches.
the
and hang
town
over
warden
the
is not
stairs.
gonna touch
Put 'em
a
on
tree
the
that's
back.
not a town tree,
Yeah.
period.
snow on the stairs.
What we did is we just took a broom and whacked the snow off with a lower branch to
Yes.
get rid of it so we could walk underneath it.
Exactly.
I mean, I was gonna have Leo out there dealing with knocking snow off of trees and trying to plow
And what about the high
blow
bush
and.
branches up on a perfectly good
Yeah.
tree when you're out at the mailbox and you get bombarded by big snowballs falling? I mean, what are you gonna do about that? Wear a hard hat?
Snowball
I
fight.
have no idea. I don't know.
That's snowball
But,
fight.
somebody want to make a motion to adjourn the meeting, please?
Okay, so we're all set on the.
Yes.
on the-
Yes.
All right,
Is that what we're making a
Yes.
motion? I make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
all right.
Second motion.
No, we're not done, are we?
We're done.